The film begins by showing a camp named Marigold. A girl named Deb works in this camp. When she returns to the camp office, her friend, Ray, is already there. She tells him that someone from Cabin 6 called and informed her about a dead body. Hearing this, Ray becomes shocked and says nothing like that can be true. But Deb insists that he should come with her to check. Both of them go there, but they do not find any dead body. Ray suggests going to the nearby cabin, which has been closed for many years. Deb refuses and says she will wait outside. But somehow, Ray convinces her to come along. When they reach the cabin, Deb feels something strange and warns him. Still, Ray forces her inside. To her surprise, everyone in the camp is waiting there with a plan. It is actually a surprise party for her 4th work anniversary at the camp. Deb realizes there was never any dead body and feels happy with the celebration. Everyone enjoys the party together. Later, when they prepare to sleep, the group starts talking about a cruel killer named BoneFace. Most of them believe he is not real, but one girl claims it is true. That BoneFace comes to camps and kills everyone mercilessly. He always lives in the forest, which is why nobody sees him. Hearing this, everyone gets scared, but they still go to sleep. At midnight, BoneFace actually enters the cabin and starts killing one by one with extreme brutality. Deb sees this and tries to escape, but BoneFace catches her, smashes her head with an axe, and even pulls out her spine, causing her painful death. A little later, Deputy Dave arrives. Seeing the dead bodies, he is shocked. The camp owner, Margie, also sees the condition of the bodies and begins vomiting. Dave realizes this must be the work of BoneFace, who kills people in camps. His deputy, McCully, is with him, helping in the case. Dave tells her that the killer must still be nearby because it is midnight and he could not have gone far. He advises Margie to go home. She tells him these people were like her family and begs him not to spare the killer. Dave promises to catch him. Dave then calls his team through radio and reports the massacre. After this, he and McCully go into the forest to investigate. On a tree, they find blood and conclude the killer passed from there. A little further, they see parked cars. When they check, nobody is inside. The cars are outside a hotel, so they understand the killer must have entered it. Inside the hotel, waitress Jenny and a chef Wes manage the place. Several customers are also there. Roger, who is a student. Mick is a retired Marine now working in construction. A man named Paul with his daughter Katie on a trip. An old stylish woman Nadine, 2 bikers, and a photographer named Cronin. Dave questions everyone suspiciously. Jenny says she has been working there since 5 p.m. Everyone else tells their arrival times too. Dave also asks about their backgrounds and destinations. Meanwhile, Katie keeps staring at Mick, which angers him. It looks as if Katie already knows him. Dave then checks Cronin's pictures because he suspects the killer could be among them. At the same time, McCully finds a photo of BoneFace. She shows it to Dave. He takes the photo outside to the place where it was clicked and finds a dustbin covered with blood nearby. Inside the hotel, Roger asks Mick if he ever killed someone in war. Mick feels shocked and finds the question strange, so he gives no answer. A little later, Dave arrives holding a black bag that he picked up from the dustbin. Everyone asks what it is. He places the bag on the table and empties it. Inside, there are blood-stained shoes, a jacket, an axe, and even the BoneFace mask. This shows the bag belongs to the killer. The sheriff informs everyone that the real BoneFace killer is among them and has just murdered teens at the camp. He warns them to confess because the truth will come out anyway. The people start doubting each other, but soon they all deny being the killer. The bikers laugh and say no killer will be found here. Dave then explains that BoneFace has killed nearly 30 people. Every summer, he enters camps and slaughters people mercilessly. Just an hour ago, he killed many at Camp Marigold before hiding here in the hotel. Dave makes it clear that nobody will leave until the case reaches a conclusion. All roads are already blocked, so even if the killer tries to escape, he will be caught. Hearing this, the bikers get angry and argue that Dave has no warrant and no authority to trap them inside. But Dave ignores them and orders McCully to place all the evidence in the car trunk so the team can investigate once they arrive. After that, he puts up a closed board outside the hotel, meaning no new customers can enter and no one inside can leave. McCully checks the women for weapons, but finds nothing. Then, while checking Mick's shoes, she discovers a sharp knife hidden inside. She keeps it with her. The bikers refuse to be checked, but Dave forces them, and again nothing is found. Meanwhile, Nadine goes to the washroom. There, Cronin approaches her and says she knows the truth about her. Nadine is shocked and begs her not to tell anyone. Outside, Paul tries to overhear the bikers' conversation, but the older biker angrily drives him away. The bikers plan to beat up Dave and McCully and escape, believing they are wasting time inside. When Jenny serves coffee to Cronin, she notices BoneFace's picture open on the laptop. Frightened, Jenny asks her to delete the photos immediately. Dave then demands to check everyone's shoes because the killer's shoe size is number 9. Mick's shoes turn out to be size 10. Roger objects, saying this is a stupid point since anyone can wear larger or smaller shoes. Dave ignores the complaint and checks Nadine's shoes, which are size 7. The bikers mock him, asking how a woman could commit so many murders. But Roger replies that women can kill too, reminding everyone of a famous female killer who murdered many children. Dave continues checking each shoe, but none match. Finally, the bikers refuse to take off their shoes. Dave loses patience and attacks the older biker, who finally shows his shoes. They also do not match. Wes's shoes are size 10, and Jenny's are size 7. Seeing the investigation fail, Roger secretly writes a note with a pen, telling Dave he knows who the killer is. Dave uses this as an excuse to step outside with him, saying they are going out for fresh air. But when they return, the student's mouth foams, and he collapses, dying within moments. Everyone is shocked. Dave announces that someone poisoned his food because the killer realized the student had discovered the truth. But the group now suspects Dave himself, accusing him of killing Roger. Dave grows angry and warns them not to point fingers at him. Everyone asks him whose name Roger was about to reveal. Dave explains that Roger was just about to say the name when he suddenly fell ill. The group argues that if poison was in the food, Jenny must answer because she is the only waitress who serves everyone. Hearing this, Jenny becomes angry and denies killing him. After the argument, they place Roger's body in the bathroom. Dave begins questioning everyone one by one. He first asks Mick if he fought in the Gulf War. Mick confirms, and when asked how many people he killed, he admits that he was ordered to massacre and killed thousands at once. Everyone is shocked and realizes he is capable of murder. Suspicion grows further when he says he was not retired but dismissed from the army for being medically unfit. Katie then speaks. She recognizes Mick and says that years ago at Camp Marigold, he worked there. At that time, a girl accused him of misbehaving with her, and he was expelled from the camp. Mick defends himself, saying the girl forced herself on him, and when he refused, she falsely blamed him. This shocks everyone even more. Dave then questions Cronin about the killer's photo. She explains that BoneFace appeared in the picture by mistake, not intentionally. After that, Dave asks Nadine if she left the hotel during the evening. Jenny answers instead, saying Nadine went outside for 5 minutes to smoke. Cronin accuses Nadine of killing because she had already killed 2 husbands and faced court trials. Nadine admits having 2 husbands, but denies killing them. Next, Dave questions Paul and Katie, who give clear answers. Suddenly, the bikers attack Dave. McCully points a gun at them and ties them up. The older biker vomits, and drugs come out of his mouth. Forcing the second biker, Dave makes him vomit too, and drugs are found again. Dave then understands why they were eager to leave. They are drug dealers afraid of getting caught. At that moment, he receives a call from his partner, who claims to know the real killer. Dave immediately informs McCully and confronts Wes, accusing him of being BoneFace. Dave orders him to surrender. Wes denies being the killer and says he only wanted to kill Mick because he tried to harm his daughter. Mick argues back, saying it was his daughter who was wrong. The situation escalates. Wes pulls out a knife and Mick grabs his gun. Mick shoots Wes, and Dave shoots Mick, killing both. Everyone then assumes Wes was the BoneFace killer who murdered the campers for revenge because they had not supported his daughter. Dave and McCully allow the others to leave, and soon police also arrive. McCully tells Jenny to go home. Jenny agrees, but first goes to the washroom. Jenny does not return because she secretly escapes. McCully realizes Jenny is the real killer. Outside, she finds Dave's body with his throat slit by Jenny. She alerts her team and follows into the forest, pointing her gun and ordering Jenny to come out. When Jenny appears, the deputy demands to know why she killed everyone. Jenny reveals the truth. She had a twin brother who was a special child with physical disabilities. Other children bullied him, humiliated him, and one day tied him to a tree in the forest. The rope tightened around his neck, and he died at the age of 13. Margie ignored the tragedy, and no justice was given. Burning with rage, Jenny decided to take revenge by killing every child involved, one by one. Since then, she enters camps and kills whenever she sees injustice. She explains further that Mick tried to harm Wes's daughter, and the camp members covered it up, so she planned to kill them all. She admits poisoning Roger's food because he saw her returning from the forest with blood on her hands. She also confesses planting a knife in Wes's pocket and a gun on Mick's table to make them fight and kill each other, and the plan worked. McCully orders Jenny to drop her weapon. Instead, Jenny attacks, forcing McCully to shoot her in the neck. Jenny bleeds heavily and finally dies, revealing she was the true BoneFace killer. Days later, camp members sit near a fire and talk about BoneFace. They say that even though Jenny is dead, her terror and stories will never die. Perhaps her fear will stop bad people from doing wrong. With this, the story of the film ends.